derived from an interview and the Bible. It's called Strangers. Jelinek means little dear in Czech. Little dear, whose surname Jelinek means little dear in Czech. How can the times change between two cities? How can the times change between Vienna and Munich and keep us all in check? Little dear in Czech. Why wonderful Jelinek? Times wonderful Jelinek. She never said she wanted to, she never said she wished, she never said she wanted to. She said this Jewish world was destroyed. Do not mistreat or oppress a foreigner, for you were foreigners in Egypt. You must not mistreat or oppress foreigners in any way. Remember, you yourselves were once foreigners in the land of Egypt. You shall not wrong a sojourner or oppress him, for you were sojourners in the land of Egypt. You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. You must not exploit a foreign resident or oppress him, since you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. You are not to wrong or oppress an alien, because you were aliens in the land of Egypt. You must not wrong a foreigner nor oppress him, for you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. You shall not wrong a foreigner, neither shall you oppress him, for you were foreigners in the land of Egypt. Never mistreat or oppress foreigners, because you were foreigners living in Egypt. And a stranger shalt thou not wrong, neither shalt thou oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And you shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt neither mistreat a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall neither wrong a stranger nor oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. And a sojourner shalt thou not wrong, neither shalt thou oppress him, for ye were sojourners in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt not molest a stranger nor afflict him, for you yourselves were also strangers in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye have been strangers in the land of Egypt. She said, here people hardly understand me, and especially in Germany people hardly understand me. She never said she wanted to, she never said she wished, she never said she wished she could fly to New York to see the skyscrapers before dying. She said perhaps, she said perhaps, she said perhaps, she said I'm just afraid, she said perhaps I'll take a boat to New York City one day. She said I'm just afraid, the speed and the noise would make me mad as soon as I set foot on land, as soon as I set foot on land. She said yes, Americans would understand. She said yes, irony and wit. She said yes, that would be very nice. She said because there is still a Jewish culture. Little dear, falling between all stools. People here, no longer understand wit. And people in America don't understand the language. Little dear, beaten by these beasts, not for money, but the corpse of Austria, the closet full of Nazi past, sexual perversions and the hatred of the foreigner in America, little dear, the woman in gold, little dear, and other lost arcs. The tree of life and a gold breakfast, the culture, the kosher, the butcher. These are the beasts which ye may eat, the ox and the sheep, and the goat, the little deer, and the gazelle, and the roebuck, and the wild goat, and the ibex, and the antelope, and the mountain sheep. These are the beasts which ye may eat. These are the beasts. And you are to love those who are foreigners, for you yourselves were foreigners in Egypt. So you, too, must show love to foreigners, for you yourselves were once foreigners in the land of Egypt. Love the sojourner, therefore, for you are sojourners in the land of Egypt. So show your love for the alien, for you are aliens in the land of Egypt. Love ye therefore the stranger, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. You also must love the foreigner, since you are foreigners in the land of Egypt. You are to love the foreigner because you are foreigners in the land of Egypt. You must love the resident foreigner because you are foreigners in the land of Egypt. Therefore love the foreigner, for you are foreigners in the land of Egypt. So you shall love foreigners because you are foreigners living in Egypt. Love therefore the stranger, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. So show your love for the alien, for you are aliens in the land of Egypt. Ye shall love therefore the stranger, and ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Love you therefore the stranger, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. Love you therefore the stranger, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. Love ye therefore the sojourner, for you are sojourners in the land of Egypt. And do you therefore love strangers, because you were also strangers in the land of Egypt. She never said she wanted to, she never said she wished. She never said she wished, she never said she wanted to. She said this, I need. She said this to escape. She said this little dear, she said this other city. She said how, she said can, the times change like this. She said she had to escape Vienna. She said she needed another city.